Orovaginal sex. So in this video, I'm going to give you a few pointers about orovaginal sex and what you should bear in mind before you put your mouth to your partner's vagina. Now, in the context of a stable partner relationship, now if you know the person very very well, if it's your wife, if it's a partner who has not had previous sexual partners, and where there is excellent trust established between the male and the female, the orovaginal sex is something which can be explored. Now, it's also important to understand that women generally have a great preference for this form of sexual intercourse, where there's a lot of oral vaginal stimulation. Women's common sexual fantasy or most preferred sexual fantasy is to see their lovers or their husbands stimulate them in the vaginal region with the tongue. So what happens here, however, though, is because the vagina is a place where there can be a lot of bacterial organisms and bacterial infections. If you give orovaginal sex outside to unknown partners, people who you don't know very well, that is in the context of casual relationships, if you kind of go and give orovaginal sex there's a high risk of STD transmissions. So a few pointers that you have to bear in mind with respect to orovaginal sex is, it is number one, it is generally preferred to first, if it's a stable partner, also ask her to clean the vaginal region. Use something like V-wash or any intimate vaginal wash. Clean the region, wipe it dry before starting, orovaginal stimulation with the mouth. That's the first pointer to bear in mind. Point number two is to definitely, avoid orovaginal sex with casual encounters that you may have or you may accidentally have during your adult lifespan. So if you're exploring casual sex, if you're going to meet women in clubs, in strip clubs or in parties, or you're just going out and you're having casual sex every weekend, those are places you should definitely avoid orovaginal sex, because there is a high risk of sexually transmitted disease. STDs like HIV, chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes and hepatitis B and C easily transmit from the vaginal fluid via the oral mucosa and can cause serious infections. Avoid orovaginal sex there. Number three, if the situation comes where you have to give oral intercourse to the partner who you have met casually, then remember to use what's called as some degree of protection or a dental dam. So you can take a condom, you can cut it into two, make it into a square paper, put it on the vagina. It'll give you some kind of protection. So these are some general pointers to orovaginal sex. Stable partner, yes, you can do it, but ensure hygiene is maintained before giving the orovaginal sex. Unknown people, completely avoid. Hope you liked the video. Please like, comment and subscribe.